what is going on, everyone? My name is Superior Sebas Films, or you may know me as Sebastian Lopez. And today we are playing Lego Marvel Superheroes. But we're not playing it today. We're going to be ranking the top 15 best superheroes. So supervillains will have to stay aside for this one. So with that out of the way, let's get it ranked. Alright, number 15, we have Captain Britain. Now, Captain Britain, I was expecting this character to basically be, the British counterpart of Captain America. But that's not what it is. You see, he has telekinesis. He has superpowers where he can blast things. He also can fly. He has hacking abilities. He also has night vision, something that Captain America doesn't have. Now, I was expecting, basically him to have a shield, not to look like that. But, overall, he's number 15 on this list. Alright, number 14, we have Nova. Now, Nova, overall, he's an alright character. It's just like, he flies, but that's not all. But, like, he also has power beams that can shoot like all the way far away, I think. Like, look at that. And then he can also, I think he can also blast things. Let me try to test that out. Yep, he can, just by pressing B. And overall, he's number 14 on this list. So number 14. Now we're getting to number 13 on this list. And number 13, we have... This is going to be... Gambit. Gambit overall, he's an alright character. Yeah, he can use his bow staff to, hit characters, but he also has an ability where he can throw cards and they explode. It can also, kill other characters, like, Doctor Doom, aka the next Avengers villain. And overall, I think, yeah, he also has telekinesis powers, and, he's a perfect character. Perfect character, mon ami. Yeah, you see what I get? You see what I did there? Yeah, but overall, number 13 on this list. But now, at number 12, we have Star-Lord. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Star-Lord, but this design is just way too weird. Like, the helmet piece, the outfit, I don't think this isn't even Star-Lord. This looks like, a rejected 70s villain. Not to mention, on iOS of the Lego Marvel Superheroes, on iOS, 3DS, and PS Vita, he's listed in the Bad Boys pack. How is he bad? He's literally a perfect character, but, I understand why. He looks like a supervillain in this game. And that's why I'm glad in, like, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, they gave him his MCU appearance. But it's just like, why? But now we're going from number 12 to number 11 with Miss Marvel. Now, Miss Marvel is an iconic character. Carol Danvers, perfect. But, there is another Miss Marvel, but I forgot her name. So, can someone put it in the comments? Because, I know, I know her name, but it's just, it's hard to pronounce it. But, overall, this Miss Marvel is perfect because she has laser powers, and it can cut through gold stuff. She can also have the ability, blast stuff with her laser powers. Let's test it out. It actually works, just sometimes. Or when you're flying, it also works. But overall, Carol Danvers' Miss Marvel is just perfect. So, yeah, number 11 on this list. Number 10. Number 10, we have The Punisher. Or, as I would like to say, The Punisher. Because because you have to make it sound masculine, dark, and angry. And overall, the Punisher is like the best character in Lego Marvel. And mainly because, you know, he's like a badass character with a stubble and he has his own weapon. Yeah, pretty much he is an iconic character. Frank Castle is an iconic character in Marvel, the MCU, his 2004 movie, his 80s movie. I don't know if it was the 80s or 90s. I think it was 1989. And he is a badass character in the Marvel Universe. I mean, overall, like, if he appears in Doomsday, I am gonna be, happy because, I like, the Punisher. He's a great character. Not only that, he also has his own vehicles and, his own TV show. It's just iconic. The Punisher, it's like, the best character there ever was. And I'm putting him in number 10? Yeah, number 10. And now we're heading to number 9, where we have Power Man. Power Man is just an iconic character because he basically controls just like the Incredible Hulk. Like, he can do his iconic hand slam. Power slam. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. But he can also, lift cars and just go, yeet. A boulder, yeet. Anyone, yeet. Damn, he survived that. But overall, I like this. I like him, but there's just a problem. His name is not actually Power Man. It's Luke Cage. Yet they only chose that name because they wanted to make it sound cool for a video game. Or mainly because I think there could be something with, his name sounding like another character, Johnny Cage. And I think that's why. That's just my explanation why. But overall, Luke Cage or Power Man, pretty much, he's an iconic character. Everyone likes him. So, number 9 on that list. Number 8. If we're counting Luke Cage, we cannot forget his buddy, Iron Fist. An iconic character because, if you use your martial arts power, his fists become flames. Yeah, take that, Dr. Doom. AKA the next villain for Avengers Doomsday. Not only that, if you hold B, he can do an uppercut. Let's try it out on Dr. Doom again. I don't think it works on him. I think Dr. Doom's nonchalant. But overall, Iron Fist, number 8 on that list. And now we're heading to number 7. Number 7, we have Jean Grey. Jean Grey is an iconic character. And I mean iconic a lot. Because she has telekinesis powers. She can do that, like, as a shield. She also has power blasts. And she can levitate. Pretty much. Let's not forget her other alter ego, Phoenix. An iconic, design that Lego chose. And her design is actually based on the one that was shown in Comic-Con 2012. And, I like Phoenix as well. But let's not forget Dark Phoenix. Now, Dark Phoenix is an iconic one. It's basically Jean Grey if she became a villain. Now, I know we're counting heroes, but this technically counts. And I like the red outfit. I like the, design. It's basically, Jean Grey. Well, actually, Phoenix, but now, dark and angrier. She also has power beams that can blast Dr. Doom or any other character or villain. And they cheer on you for defeating Dr. Doom. She also has power blasts. and she can also fly. But overall, Phoenix is at number 7. Alright, number 6, we have Mr. Fantastic. Probably one of the most iconic Marvel characters. Mainly because, he has stretch powers like Stretch Armstrong or Plastic Man. And, he's an iconic Fantastic Four member. No one, and I mean no one, can get that wrong. Except in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, where he just became, where he's kind of like, he had literal 21 IQ by just telling Scarlet Witch everyone's powers. And the whole Illuminati's just defeated. And overall, Mr. Fantastic, he's number 6 on this list. And now we're heading to the top 5. In number 5, we have the best comic relief character, Deadpool. He is the funniest character there ever was. Mainly because, in every mission, he's pretty... Yeah, that's also funny. He basically pulls out a gun, but it turns out to be a banana. And also, he can do that when he's chasing someone like... And, he can do those type of runs or just that in general. And also he can spew out some funny dialogue in any moment. Like, there's like secret levels, like when you're like choosing, like when you're about to like fight against others, and he always like in the intros he has some funny dialogue, or during the mission he always is the funniest character. Come on, you can't beat Deadpool. He's the funniest guy there ever was. So that's why he's number 5. Alright, number 4, we have probably another iconic character, and he's also DLC, so Beta Ray Bill. Now, Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorite Asgardians, because he can fly, he has electricity powers just like Thor, and he can also use his hammer to swing it, like, phew. Pretty much he's like Thor, but like completely different. But Beta Ray Bill is an iconic character. I feel like the MCU should introduce Beta Ray Bill, like either in Avengers Doomsday, because he is just the perfect character and he just got stuck. Never mind, he's back to normal. But overall, Beta Ray Bill is an iconic character in the MCU. Well, not in the MCU, more like in the comics. But I feel like they should introduce this character in the MCU. Like Avengers Doomsday, they should. Or Avengers Secret Wars, he should be added. So overall, Beta Ray Bill, number 4, pretty much. And now we're at number 3. And number 3, we have the most iconic character, Daredevil. Basically, Daredevil is the most iconic character of all time because he's the only character that can actually, use his little staff as a shield switch, besides Captain America. And he also has the ability to use his jump rope to do double jumps. And also forgot to mention, Daredevil in Lego Marvel Avengers is voiced by Roger Craig Smith, the guy behind Batman, Sonic, Human Torch, and Percy from Clarence. Or the dude from Assassin's Creed. I never heard of his name, so don't attack me in the comments. But overall, Daredevil is an iconic character. Number 3, he is. And at number 2, it's the Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He is an iconic character. No one can't replace Peter. And I mean no one, except for Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and, Spider-Man Noir. But Spider-Man is an iconic character because, he web slings, and also, look at that web go. It is just perfect. You don't know where it's going. And it's in the air. But overall, Spider-Man is an iconic character. And everyone loves Spider-Man. Everyone. Children, people, adults, everyone loves Peter Parker. And it turns out, if you press Y, he becomes Peter Parker. But there's also more Spider-Man designs, like Future Foundation Spider-Man, which this one I really like. This one, the white outfit, it just looks so perfect. And also I like Future Foundation from the Fantastic Four. I mean, overall, if they are gonna make, a Future Foundation MCU movie, they need to include this design quickly, because this design just looks so badass. And that's not all. We're gonna end with Spider-Man. We're also gonna include his superior design. I mean, this design just looks perfect, like perfecto, because he has 4 legs on the back. Well, I don't know if they count as legs, more like, little yeah, let's count him as 4 arms, because he is a spider, and that technically counts as 8 legs or 8 arms, 4 arms and 4 legs. That design is just perfect. But that ain't the only Spider-Man we're gonna end this series off with, because we also got the symbiote suit Spider-Man. This one is iconic. The symbiote suit, you cannot go wrong. Secret Wars, hell yeah. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3, absolute hell yeah. You can't go wrong with the symbiote suit. It is just iconic. And this one is, perfect. And right now I'm just beating up Doctor Doom. And yeah, overall Spider-Man is the best character of all time. Like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is iconic. You can't go wrong with him. And now we're ending things off. At number 1, we have the Golden Avenger himself, Iron Man. I mean, overall, this guy is legit one of the most iconic Avengers of all time. I mean, yeah, I should have counted Thor, Captain America, Hulk, but Iron Man, you can't go wrong. One, he's the first Avenger. Well, I mean, yeah, Captain America counts as the first Avenger, but if we're counting canonically, Iron Man is the first Avenger. And he's also the leader of their group. So, yeah, overall, Iron Man is the most iconic character. And if we're counting Iron Man, we cannot forget his Mark 42 outfit, which is based on the Iron Man 3 movie, an iconic movie. His real identity, Tony Stark, which he revealed to everyone. Tony Stark in his underwear, wearing the helmet as well. His heroic age design, which is actually based on his Toy Fair 2012 New York City design, by the way, which is iconic. And there's also the Heartbreaker outfit, which is also iconic because it looks really cool. The first ever design of Mark 1, which is like, the comic accurate Mark 1, and Mark 6, the main outfit in the storyline. That one is also iconic. And we cannot forget the giantess of all time, the Hulkbuster. This one is just perfect, because this one is like, I mean, it's based on the comic accurate, but literally you can, crush cars by just running towards it. Not to mention you can lift, you can also lift cars and just go, yeet! Boulders, you can go, yeet! You can blast cars and just go, and you can throw them again like, yeet! Just perfect. But the only downside is that he can't fly. All he just does is just levitate. And he also has oh yeah, pro tip. If you're ever planning on playing the game, whatever you do, do not use the cheat code for Hulkbuster, because that can actually, soft lock the game. Because you didn't even complete resuited the mission, which can actually soft lock the game. Which I don't understand, why the heck would anyone use that cheat code when it's actually really easy to just get him. Just go to the Stark Tower and just, you can get him right away. And that is basically all. Anyways, that's it. That's my ranking for all 15 Avengers characters. And that's pretty much it. I hope you all like it. See you next time. Lemon Squeezy, take it easy, and also enjoy Tony Stark doing a little of a robot dance.